Whatever you call it, Metroid created it, Castlevania refined it, and now major game studios and independent developers alike have embraced the mashup with their own mazes of interconnected hallways, pitfalls, keys, and treasures. We're sticking with 2D games only, and backtracking is a must. Even with these limitations, there were dozens of games from nearly all generations to choose from, and we assembled a list so thrilling it features not one, but 2 games with titles that include exclamation points. We're not grading these based on how close they held to the conventions of this mini-genre. These are ranked in order of pure quality. The very best Metroidvania games. That aren't Metroid or Castlevania.
Number 10. Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet.
Bolstered by a bold, dark art style and creepy score, Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet puts you at the helm of a flying saucer, letting you freely explore its spaces without pesky gravity weighing you down. Controlling like a twin-stick shooter, you use the right thumbstick not just to blast enemies, but to maneuver attachments like a saw and a versatile claw. Using these tools to solve clever puzzles and navigate the planet's eerie environments makes for a stimulating, spelunking adventure indeed.
Number 9. Mega Man ZX.
Mega Man games have featured a non-linear structure from the beginning, but Mega Man ZX took the franchise into full-on Metroidvania. It's like if you took Mega Man X but put all of its levels in one connected world, and destroying a boss not only gives you its weapon, but its armor and a special area unlocking ability too. You won't even mind that you're just a teenager wearing a talking suit possessed by the robot ghosts of X and Zero. As final successors to the X line, Mega Man ZX and its sequel stand as a lasting testament to the virtues of 2D exploration.
Number 8. MURAMASA.
Vanillaware's gorgeous rendition of Japanese mythology was more than just pretty visuals. Kasuke and Momohime's unique abilities gave them an edge when faced with fierce battles and even tougher boss battles. But Muramasa was more than just another hack-and-slash game. Instead, players ventured across the jaw-dropping landscapes that were interconnected, allowing them to backtrack to previous areas where new enemies awaited. Though progression was more story-driven rather than being reliant on collecting power-ups to overcome hurdles, the non-linear nature gave players a sense of exploration that would often test their platforming skills.
Number 7. TOMBA.
Created by legendary Mega Man producer Tokuro Fujiwara, this platforming series is not as well known amongst the PS1 library as Lara Croft, Crash Bandicoot, Klonoa, or Rayman, but Tomba still stands out, and not just because of his giant pink afro. In an era where 2 dimensions meant one direction, Tomba tried to break the mold, jumping into the background in ways that are still being explored today in games like Nights into Dreams, Fez, and Ecochrome. Over 100 missions kept you going back into the shifting labyrinth, and the game was one of the first to utilize the PlayStation's now standard DualShock setup. He was popular enough to get a sequel in '99, but probably won't join the roster of PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
Number 6. Cave Story.
Pixel makes perfect. The onus of a single man, Cave Story delivers on its title. There's a lot of cave to explore, and an equally cavernous story to puzzle out, with great little characters coming across with just a little bit of portraiture and a line or two. A run and gun with a lot of fun, it's a smidge more directed than some other games on this list, but with plenty of secrets, split paths, and tremendous bosses, Cave Story is a definitive cousin to Samus and the Belmonts. Also, the music is undeniably swell.
Number 5. Euphoria.
That old 8-bit Sunsoft magic qualifies for our list with a late-life release on the Wii Virtual Console. Like GTA 5's multiple protagonists, then take a gander at Bop Louie, Freon Leon, and the rest of the gang. Each sports unique abilities and delightful crawling animations as they make their way through the Dr. Seussian world of Euphoria. You must defeat your friends before you can play as them and open up new areas, while additional bosses require special techniques and weapons to defeat them, putting discoveries for combat and exploration on more equal footing. It's a great Metroidvania that's finally accessible to the West outside of Scandinavian countries. Now we just need the ghost of Hudson Soft to release Adventure Island 4.
Number 4. Aliens Infestation.
Though Aliens Infestation had a rocky road to release over the years, it eventually came out late in the DS's life cycle, but that didn't stop it from being a solid title from way forward, and a game worthy of the Metroidvania signature. Ripe with elements from classic side-scrollers, Infestation pushed players to backtrack, obtain new gear, and also find scattered marines throughout the Sulaco, and more. However, Infestation was also known for its extreme difficulty, tasking players to keep their marines alive, because if they died, they were permanently gone, and if you lost all 19, it was game over, man. Also, having a motion tracker and a side-scroller totally didn't make sense, but it worked. In the end, those elements made for a compelling action platformer that merged a sacred franchise with a cult-followed genre that shouldn't be missed.
Number 3. Goonies 2.
It doesn't really explain how the Fratellis break out of prison or how the gang from the film befriended a mermaid, but it doesn't matter. In this interactive sequel, the Goondock Saints get kidnapped, and it's up to Mikey to sling his yo-yo, collect power-ups, and befriend the occasional Eskimo to free them. The game's worlds were wonderfully diverse, and the items were not only keys to new areas, but legitimately fun toys to play with. It kept the names and an 8-bit version of the Cyndi Lauper song, but this excellent map puzzler could have been based on any popular franchise, and still remained an NES classic.
Number 2. Shadow Complex.
2009's Shadow Complex just might be the evolutionary apex of the genre. It's a 2D game, but it runs on the 3D Unreal Engine. All that extra power crammed into a 2D world translates into a beautiful-looking game with a level of detail that NES game developers could only dream of. The gameplay was heavily inspired by Metroid, with a strong focus on exploration. The map isn't broken down into levels, some areas are blocked off, and access requires special items. But with heart-pounding combat and challenging platforming, the game is far more than just a scavenger hunt. Add in AAA quality cutscenes and voice acting, and you have a game that's worthy of the universal praise it's received from critics.
Hey there, cutie.
How did you do that?
Ninja training.
Yeah, right.
Number 1. Guacamelee.
Viva la Metroidvania! Guacamelee doesn't just pay homage to classic video games, it embraces their very souls in the world of the dead. The color-coded combat and wall bashing may be more paint by numbers than some more organic barriers to entry, but the extreme secrets and combo-fueled combat expands upon the classic formula for a well-rounded adventure fun for any Buelo or Nino. Guacamelee is not just on the top of the list, it's also the newest game here, showing that this murky portmanteau is ever-evolving and getting better every day. One just needs to look at the growing list of inspired indie games to know Metroidvanias, Castleroids, or 2D non-linear backtracking action romps are here to stay.